for joining me for another Down Dog Update. Today I am with Kelsey Frankowski in the Red Tent.
Hi, welcome to the Red Tent.
Thank you so much for having me here today to check this out.
You're welcome.
I just happened to come across this in Reading, Pennsylvania, inside the TEA factory, and it was just the coolest looking place I've ever seen, and I wanted to interview you and talk to you a little bit about how this all came to be. So can you tell us a little bit about what this is exactly?
Sure. The Red Tent that we created was actually supposed to be a community outreach / art installation project for the city of Reading. The group that created it is called the Reading Spiral Sisters. It's a spiritual women-centered group that's been in the area for, probably 20 years. But we've always kind of been behind closed doors, and we wanted to make a step out into the community to kind of bring what we've learned, bring the empowerment and the inner strength that we've learned to the people in the community, especially women. So we decided to become part of this Red Tent movement, which is a global movement that started in 1996 after the novel The Red Tent was written. So that's really how we started. We decided that that would be our forum for our community outreach project.
That is really neat. And so the idea is to have a space for women in the community?
Correct, yes. The Red Tent is a women's sanctuary. It is for women only, of all ages. Historically, red tents were a place where women went during their moon cycles to be together, to kind of have that time with each other, to get to know each other, to support each other, because in their daily lives they were just running around cooking and feeding babies and doing all the things that we do. So still, as mothers, as wives, as regular women in the community, we're still really busy, and it's really important for us to have a place where we can go to get to know one another, to support each other, to relax, to find our inner selves, to share a sense of sisterhood that we may have forgotten existed.
Yeah, I think that's important, and then also to have a space with such great energy. When I saw the area, I was just amazed at what a good feeling it gives you, and I think that's also really important, to find a good space with a nice energy for everyone to come together and do this. And they certainly created the coolest thing here, and we'll show you some video of what it looks like in this place, but it is the neatest thing. And so besides just coming together to have a little bit of a support for women, what else goes on in the tent? What can you do here?
Whatever you want. We like to call this the womb of the tea factory. So really whatever goes on here is whatever your heart desires. We do anything from meditation sessions to talking sticks to spiritual circles to just reading or napping, crying, laughing, hula hooping, eating,
Nice.
Drinking tea, talking. Really whatever you need at the moment is what you do here.
Neat. That just sounds like the most wonderful place for women that maybe need a place to go or just want to have a community of women for support reasons and that kind of thing. And I think it's just the neatest idea, because that's not something that you even find often, and there's not a lot of things like this. And if people in other areas that aren't so lucky to be in Reading, Pennsylvania, might want to create something like this, what would you suggest for them, or what kind of tips would you tell them to take?
Well, I think the most important part is setting a good intention for the project, making it a very open, energetically soft, nice space to be in. Get a group together that's really interested and willing to do it. Find a nice space. The Tea Factory was so kind to us and so willing to support us in our endeavor. So you got to find a good space, get all the materials, lots of red, lots of pink. Have an artist in your group kind of have their eye and form the space, and then it's really all about the women that come into the space. It's about the energy that they bring in and energy that you create within it. So, yeah.
And what have you brought to the Red Tent, and who else was a part of this project that you can talk about a little bit?
Yeah, there were about our whole spiritual group of women consists of about 15 women. About 5 of us really headed this project, and Lori Stefan, who is the artist of the group, had, you know, like a shoebox mock-up of what the red tent was going to look like. So,
Yeah.
you know, we were all looking in it like, how are we possibly going to do that? So she bought all the fabric, we sewed it, we installed wooden panels on the tops of the room, so that we could fasten the fabric to it to give it the tent feel. We did the same thing for the top, the roof of the tent, and then we just kind of collected things from our house. My spare bedroom mattress is in here as part of the reading nook where people can nap. Everyone brought a couple of pillows. We have, you know, an armoire here. We have a couple tables. Yeah, so everyone just kind of collaborated and brought in whatever they could afford to bring.
Yeah, that's amazing and a wonderful project for everyone to benefit from. And for the people locally, what would they need to know about coming to the Red Tent to check it out and be a part of it?
Well, it's located on Willow Street at the Tea Factory, like you mentioned earlier. We have a Facebook page. It's the Red Tent at the Tea Factory. So if you're interested in finding out about some events that we host or our open hours, you can go there. Right now, our open hours are Mondays and Thursdays from 6 to 8:30. There will always be someone here unless, you know, the weather doesn't permit it. But we also do special events, you know, belly dancing classes, Reiki shares, you know, talking stick groups. If you wanted to have your own event, you could call us and we would definitely make it happen. So the place to go is the Facebook page and you can get a hold of us from there.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Kelsey, for sharing this with us. It has been amazing to be here. And if you're in the area, definitely come on over to the Tea Factory and check it out. So thanks so much for joining us, and thanks again, Kelsey, for being here.
Thanks, Jessica. Thanks for watching.